Everybody, a Merry Christmas from Monica, your dietitian here at BJC Health. Now this is a really exciting time and I love Christmas, but it's also a bit of a tricky time from a food point of view and maybe even an alcohol point of view. And I get asked a lot of questions about what are some of my tips for going to Christmas parties, enjoying friends and family and companies. So I've got a few little tips for before you go out to parties or barbecues or celebrations, maybe a few little things you can do while you're there, and then a couple of things that you can do after. So one of my biggest tips is to know your schedule. So know how many parties you have coming up or get-togethers so that you can plan in advance, especially during the week, of what you might do to have some healthier meals available at home, and to plan your menu so that then if you know you're going to have a little bit extra on the weekend, then you can compensate a little bit by eating healthier and having your portions more intact during the week. If you're going to take something to the party or it's a everyone bring a contribution type scenario, then do your best to take something healthy, because you know that lots of people are going to take things that are very festive and maybe a little bit more indulgent, and that way it's easier to balance out between some of the healthier choices and then giving yourself permission to have some of your favorite celebratory type foods, and it will be easier to fill yourself up on something you might have bought, like carrot sticks and a healthy dip or a nice salad, so that then when you go to have something that you feel like having that's a little bit more indulgent, you just have a little bit and have a nice taste and savor the moment. I also suggest trying not to starve yourself before you go out, because of course that might mean that you turn up super hungry and end up eating a lot more than you intended to. So have a healthy pre-meal, so have a healthy lunch if you're going out for dinner, or have a healthy breakfast before you go out for lunch, so that you don't get there and then basically your eyes are bigger than your stomach and you go for everything. At parties, I really believe in enjoying yourself and mingling and going out and having great times with your family and friends. It's so important for mental health and social health. But there are a few little things that you can do while you're there, and one of them is to ask some of your closest friends and family for support. So mingle, maybe don't stand too close to the table where all the food is. I normally find that if I'm too close and it's at arm's reach, it's very easy and tempting just to keep nibbling on things. Have a look at everything that's available. If it's one of those everyone puts a plate on a table type situation, it's good to really peruse the buffet and have a look at what's there, so that you choose some of your favorite things, and then maybe forego some of the things that are not so tasty but you might have put on your plate, just because we start at the beginning of the table and we just start serving ourselves until we have a little bit of everything. And just keep in mind that give yourself permission to have some of your favorite foods, but really looking at your portions of those. And then of course, after it's all over, if that weekend's over or that lunch or dinner's over, then what you do in the following week is really important. Try and do a little bit more physical activity to compensate for what you might have had on the weekend. Get prepared again to have some healthy meals at home. Maybe you've frozen something from a couple of weeks before when you've cooked in a batch, so that then you've already got things that are available to you, and it takes some of the thinking out of compensating after these tricky weekends when we go out quite a bit. And to get back on track, for some of you it might really work to start a food diary, and or even use the odd meal replacement just to help have lower calories. So I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, enjoy your family and friends, and there are some of my top tips.